Fangs of Fire here. Welcome to another Duos and Dark Halls match. Today we are watching JBphilly playing as the Hunters, play of Team Renewed Vigor I Hardly Knew Her, and Snuffaluffagus of Cagliari Carbonara Special playing as Dracula. Yeah, he's doing... JB has apparently elected to do superhero start. So... This game was originally scheduled for a little bit later, and which is why things were thrown together in a little bit of a hurry. But as I speak, Strider 6i6, who is oh, okay, no surprise there. It will be driving home. It is driving home and will be joining me as soon as he gets here. Okay, Heavenly Host on me. Interesting. This is so rather uneventful first day, but that's just how it goes. Typically, it's not until day 5, 6 ish. Basically, till dawn on the newspaper dawn or dusk reveal day. I think it's Friday, week 1 when that happens. If they misdirect the first location. So, but what we know about the players. So, JBphilly and Snuffaluffagus the one who is newer to the community is Snuffaluffagus. However, that being said, he and his partner Andrzot have been faring in second to best. So, or no, not quite second to best. They currently, unless I am mistaken, hold third place. Since my partner and I are above them by 1 point, IDS point. But to move on, Snuff joined the community shortly before the New Blood tournament. That was slightly over a year ago. It was back in 2024 that he joined shortly before that. Hence the New Blood tournament and all that. Hence why he was a part of it. But he has steadily crept up the ranks of in terms of quality of gameplay. So far, he has won all 3 of his games in the tournament. All 3 of them so far as Hunters. This time, however, he is playing Drac. Will that make a difference? So far, the Hunters have been having apparently a 70% win rate as of the first 2 weeks of gameplay. But this JBphilly, to switch to JBphilly, he's been around longer. He was at least in League of 2023. Oh, no misdirect. Interesting, Snuff. Very interesting. Interesting. That's... That could bring out some excitement today if they draw a newspaper. But JB has been around for at least a year, at least a year and a half or so. At least, possibly longer. I'm not really the best one to ask in that regard. Okay, allying instead of searching. Alright. Okay. Yep. Another day, another bit of good old nothing for us spectators. That's the thing with the spectators side. It's unlike them unlike the players, they have to be thinking about do I keep this item? Which items do I discard and such? Speaking of which, okay, nothing remarkable yet. There are some. They have to. For our spectators, on the other hand, and we until we have anything, I mean, really the best thing we can do is just take guesses at where Dracula is. Which, if you have, oh, nope. Okay. Interesting. The fact that there is no misdirect on this definitely limits the possibility of him being in England, especially after that evil presence. In fact, unless it would have to be specifically, he's starting in Edinburgh, go to Manchester, go to Liverpool, hide to dodge the evil presence like that. But England starts are definitely rare. Actually, that's the thing. Yeah, local Indiana on day one. And same thing. Well, will he continue to leave the... Okay, now he misdirects it. I find that a little bit curious. It's possible he just forgot, and then when it didn't get detected when it was in slot 3, okay. Not something that could or had to be played immediately, so that limits the options a little bit. So what Dracovent will that be? That's the question. Seduction and unearthly swiftness, sensationless press. Could be all sorts of things. False tip, wild horses. Plenty of options. And my, if that first card there is a hoax, Snuffle already has 8 Dracovents from which to choose. So I hope I am personally hoping that JBphilly wins the game, simply for no other reason that his team so far has suffered a little bit and have fallen a little bit behind others, so therefore they could use a good week. So a win here will help that. So I'm hoping that they do have a newspaper, but well, we'll see what happens. Are we going to get a wolf form now? Do something, hide, move one more, then basically dark call, then wolf form after. The fact that there haven't been any rumor tokens yet, it's falling more and more out of meta to start with a ruined vampire. It's still relatively common, but it's not what people just default to anymore. Oh, a stake discard. That's interesting. Evidently, Eagle Doming, even with Seward's help, is getting a bit overloaded. No newspaper. That is sad for the hunters. Oh? Is that a newspaper? I hope so. Yep, Marseille. So, something of a central board start of some sorts. So they'll have one day. If Mia has a chartered carriage as that last event, she can get there. A chartered carriage on any of the 3 that are on the mainland would do it. A sense of emergency would also do it for a Seward or a Guldoming to get there in time. Wait, night supplying. Well, that was risky. But luck favors you. There's 8 there, 9 number 9 there, and number 10 there. So I suppose 15 out of 49, out of what was like 15 out of 50 rather. That makes sense, I suppose. Yeah, if that last one is if that Marseille encounter is a hoax, it will be very bad start for the hunters. Please do pardon my creaky chair. So where did he go from Marseille? Lots of possibilities. So, I mean, if he really wanted to, he could do renewed vigor. But, question is, I mean, there are 3 shard carriages in the deck. Oh, yep. So, as I was about to say, it's not all that unlikely that he has one. So, good for you, JB. Yeah, that's at least a potential point for the hunters. I mean, the fact that it wasn't rumored seems to say something along the lines that it's a hoax. Yeah, checking Munich. Good move. I like that. See if he tried to slip through the east by not into the... Okay. Gracious, so many Draka events on top. That's... Yeah. That's 11. That's number 11 already. Yeah. Desecrate soil first. Okay. It's a bit of a shame that that's going to mature, but it's not the end of the world. It gives Dracula free feed, but only that he is feeding for 2 HP. But yeah, he's drunk so many Dracula events during the day that he's Genoa and Toulouse are neither of those, so he stayed. So he checked the 2 extremity. I would have checked. I definitely agree with Genoa, but since Mina is coming up from Spain anyway, well, I suppose you would want to know if he's going in that direction, though. Fair enough. So yeah, I can understand both. Yeah, JB is definitely being braver with the night supplies because of all the Drac events we're getting this early. Yeah. Oh, he's choosing to lair it. Interesting. Not claiming the 2 HP when he could. So, it could be one of 4 places. That Harry's got they drew off the bottom narrowed it down a little. So, where would I have Gul'daming check? I think I would have him start with Milan. Oh, well, good guess. Well, that was a good guess, apparently. Nice guess. Yeah, Geneva is definitely the most out of the way spot, but Yeah, it would depend on what Dracula was trying to do. I mean, in this case, he was establishing trail. So, bats. So, he's going to need Seward to go there. Presumably, I would assume that Seward has a horse by now. He was the one with Godalming, so presumably between the two of them, they drew at least one. Oh! Hello there. Well then. Okay. So, let's see. Went to Geneva, hid Darkhall, went 2 other spaces. That seems to say Strasbourg, Frankfurt. I will see if that's the case later, but, oh, punched. What are you staring at me for? As Tara would say. Okay. Now what? Claws versus knife. Vampire is dead, and you'll only suffer a claw to only 2 damage to Seward, and of course, Seward of all hunters is the least significant. That is the least significant hunter you could do that to. So that is a win for JBphilly, even if Geneva ends up being a loss. Okay, yeah, treating him something along the lines of, probably something along the lines of escape route or something like that. Can Mina even get there at all? No. Can't sense an emergency. Chartered carriage out of range, but she can use chartered carriage to get close. To get close by. Yeah, he can go up as far as Brussels. Going only to Paris. Interesting. Well, escape route. Yep. Yeah, you can't have Dracula escaping his bat this early. Oh, getting pushed into the lair, so now he's going to get even more encounter economy shuffling. Question is, what else did he put there? Desecrated soil. Yeah. We knew about that one already. But the question is, what's the other one? I'm guessing... If I were to put in a guess, I'm guessing that while... At this point, unless by some dreadful luck, all of the horses are in the bottom 6 cards of the deck, he's having trouble with ticket economy. It's possibly has only found only 1 white 1 or something. Yeah, the fact that Nelson's ticketing only reinforces this notion. Alright, is it a hoax? Did he have one? Or is it perhaps something slightly less powerful? Nope, it's a hoax. Oh dear. This is bad for the hunters. And the good news is they got it. They know where he is now. So long as it's so long as it isn't something dreadfully big. Oh, yikes. Oh dear. Oh, renewed vigor, Lucy's revenge, money trail. Ouch. That's bad. So there's going to be at most one rune figure, which makes that only all the more precious. And without Money Trail, Hypnosis is all the more precious. This is not good for the hunters. Yeah, this is going to be very challenging for the hunters to win. He got 2 more Drac events, burned some crucial hunter events, and shuffled all of those Dracula events back into the deck. So 22 of those are Drac events. He can no longer... So the question is, what was his path? Oh, wild horses. Okay. So, notes to selves, one of them is wild horses. So he went to Strasbourg, then it'll be either to Geneva or Zurich. Okay. Will there also be a false tip? Yeah, so he was at Nuremberg. Yeah. It's possible that... Okay. Nice. That's now 2 vampires. That's now 2 fire vamps taken out almost completely almost completely without any price. I mean, the only price for the reckless vampire was giving him the information that Seward had a knife, but that will hardly have come as a surprise to Snuff, considering that Seward was with Goldaming. And secondly, that. And the second price, and then the price for the new vampire. Looks as if Strider is at least spectating, which means that he don't. Greetings, Strider. Welcome.
Oh, hello. What's going on in the game?
All right. So to start from the beginning, Draculus began at Marseille, which actually, okay, yeah, he's still in Germany. Seward. So, which was revealed by a dusk search of a newspaper, since Mina drew the newspaper on that day, rather than having it beforehand. But waited till dusk to use it to reveal the spot. So it's been on the hop, from spot to spot. So Goldaming used a charter carriage to get down there. It was a desperate soil. While he couldn't remove it, and Dracula had Dark Call, he chose to lair it instead. Okay. Okay, JB.
Oh, there we go. I gotcha. Okay, yeah, I was watching from the car, so I saw that. I saw the desecrated soil healed him, and I'm guessing it was a hoax. What happened in the combat with Dracula?
Escape route, trade from Van Helsing.
Okay, there we go.
And as JB is ranting about, it's the Emmanuel Hildesheim that came from the hoax that matured at Geneva, due to a bats under a hide card. Mind you, it was a lucky guess to guess that it was Geneva, so at least I know what location it was at. So that much is good. on the other hand, well, let me finish the other train of thought first. Lucy's Revenge, Renewed Vigor, Money Trail, and Long Night got burned. In addition to giving Dracula two more Drac events. So that was a very rough one. Yeah. So Hypnosis and the second RV are all that more precious, as I said earlier. I'm apologies to the audience if you, but I am bringing him up to speed.
That's fine.
Yeah, in any event, then Seward, who was at Munich at first, and yes, as you likely know from that prompt,
Wild Horse.
Yeah, one of them is Wild Horses. We know that much, but apart from that, we don't know for sure. But okay, let me see. On the other hand, however, Nuremberg, the Nuremberg encounter, you'll notice is already gone. That was a reckless vampire. Seward
was on Strasbourg. I saw that combat.
That was a new vampire that got staked by Seward, so he's taken out 2 fighter vans with very excellent efficiency. So that is at least one small win that the hunters have.
Okay. How was Munich discovered?
They just used Rufus Smith, if I saw that correctly. They just pulled him as a draw. This has been a rough game for JB. They got a lot of Dracula events. There were over 10 accounted for, which actually is is why he actually did a few night supplies, and none of which backfired. Okay, yeah, no more of that. You've had enough snuff. Yeah. So, Strider, how's your day been?
Long. It's good though, and Hoax wouldn't do anything anyway because there's no track cards in the discard pile currently.
Currently, the fact that
I know there was like 12 before, right? He had a lot to choose from.
At least 10, plus the one that he already had in hand. So this has been rough.
Yeah, Marseille is dangerous too because that I would try to clear that if I were the hunters. I know it sounds counterintuitive, but you don't want whatever's sitting there to, because he might go back to it.
Especially like Wolf, like if he's heading east now, like I think he is, he'll be like any leads from Salonika or Athens. He can come back to Tyrrhenian Sea, then Wolfform land there, which would be a bit nasty. And ideally you want to have someone waiting there. And now that Skuldung's moved off,
and go back. Yeah.
Yeah.
Could have got Munich 37. He could be going to back to Marseille. He's relatively safe because of the fast horse or the wild horses.
What's that? Okay, sorry.
I said he could be safe because of the wild horses if he's worried about people landing on him.
No, your original suggestion was what?
Go back to Marseille.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure that I would do that quite yet if I were Drac. And you can wild horse one hunter, true, but with all of them in close proximity and all 3 horses being shown among the ones furthest, that would be at least still a 3v1. And if what presumably I will presume is a fog gets forewarned, we know that. And the thing is that they know that one of the encounters is already, of course. So, and it looks as if JB is playing around that, doing a scan of Italy tonight. By the looks of things.
Right, that would show Genoa, possibly Venice, Florence. Yeah.
Yeah, and since he only just left Marseille, the swiftest route to get into Spain, and since they chose Zurich, he can't have gone through. Oh. Okay.
Another one.
Yep. Yeah. Snuff has got very good encounter economy. He will have been able to filter all the worst stuff out of his hand. very quickly. Because not only that, but I mentioned the bats under the hide at Geneva. He got batted back in. Golun got batted back into the soil after he couldn't clear it when he used a charred carriage to get there in time before it would have matured. Since he didn't have the HH to clear it.
All right, comes the scan.
Yep.
He is in Italy. Okay.
Interesting.
Yep, going back to Marseille.
Yeah, at least looks
like dangerous though.
Yes, because like I pointed out, all of them are within horse range, and Van Helsing, Seward, and Mina, so far at least, are the ones with horses, unless something got jiggled around that I didn't notice. But he can't. But one wild horses won't keep all of them off him.
Right, but I'll have 3 encounters. I think he's wolf forming.
Wolf forming to where?
Probably Toulouse. Probably maybe it's in Genoa. He's going to Toulouse. It's the most obvious play. He might also have hidden Venice.
That is another option. Knows?
Yep. Sensationalist press. It cancels this hired scouts and the newspaper reports. Does it cancel a scan too?
It does not cancel scan. No, that's just too big. Okay. That'd be too much. However, one thing it does not cancel. Another thing it does not cancel is surprising return. A surprising return search would do it.
Had to be Venice. Let's see if it's a hide.
If it is, I will be surprised, because then that's a little bit telling that he's down in the boot rather than going west, as you can't reach Toulouse from here. Okay, however, that does open the option of Zagreb and Nuremberg. Well, no, Nuremberg is still on the trail, so he can't have gone north. He cannot.
Yeah, Zagreb, Vienna.
It's Zagreb or down the boot. Well,
right, it can't be. Marseille is still on the trail, right? Yeah. So
it's still a lair. Yes, it's not so much on the trail.
We can't go to it. So yeah, all right. So our options are. Go ahead.
So not without them knowing, no. So our options are like Rome, Vienna, and Zagreb. There are very limited options. I'm not sure if Snuff noticed this, but okay.
Ooh.
Chose to ambush with a spy and bodyguard. Okay, yeah, that's a good combo, but he
does have a knife.
Yeah, and the thing is, Snuff already knew about that, because you said you saw the fight with the Nuremberg vamp, yes?
I did.
Okay, yeah, he showed his knife to clear that for any who forgot.
Yeah, with the claw. Yep.
So that was actually a very cheap cost for a fire vamp. That is the one advantage that JB has had this time. Oh, that's a little dangerous. Okay. Snuff, for when you watch this back, if you went east, and we will soon know, you should have done wild horses there to pull her into you and force a one-on-one with her.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
I think he's in Rome. I think maybe he has summoned storms.
Not out of the question. We at least one of them is not either summon storms or roadblock. I know this because when he dark called to get the first one, there is no prompt at all. So therefore, not. And since there's always a prompt for roadblock or summon storms as to whether you want to play it immediately, that is a bit of a giveaway. So I know that much.
He's got good luck. That's smart to keep when you have
Okay.
That scan didn't do anything. It did nothing for you. We know it's not Nuremberg.
Yes, but perhaps, like in the depth of the situation, it did not occur to him, and it's not as if she moved like really out of the way to do it. If he's not in the boot, whatever, Sura and Goldaman can deal with it. If he's in the east, well, she moved closer, so it really didn't do any harm. If nothing else, to us, it's a glorified pass.
The good news for JBphilly is the trail's pretty clear.
Yeah.
And the wolf form is either 5948 or it's the boot in Italy.
Yeah, so long as he can work that out. Can't
see where he's going.
Yeah, so long as he can work that out, then he is in good shape. Yeah, then he is, well, at least in okay shape, shall we say?
Wild horse that. Yep.
Okay.
Does he go down the boot, or is he gonna go to Vienna? I go down the boot with him, but he's weak.
A knife isn't exactly weak. Okay, so it was down into the boot. Interesting.
All right. Well, he can't hide down there. He's in Naples or in
Bari,
probably with a fog.
Yeah.
And he has both fogs by now.
That is true. Yes. Okay, I might have considered doing wild horses to reshuffle the deck. By sitting her into the desecrated soil layer. And in any...
that's a good call. Yep, that makes sense.
I mean, perhaps not the best use for wild horses, but it would do something. But in any event, you are quite right that JB does have the advantage of knowing that he is has his sights laser focused on Dracula. He can do that without being too worried about anything but the Drac events. Because since he cleared those two vampires with such ease and such efficiency before the Emmanuel Hill team came into play, that bought him a good amount of finality, I suppose you want it, if you want to put it that way.
Mm-hmm.
Not sure if that's the right term. Tell if you can come up with a better one.
That's all good. I mean, I was gonna say the danger for Snuff with the Emmanuel Hildesheim is you don't get your choice of the cards.
Yeah.
So we don't know. He might have complete garbage in his hand. Because not all Drac events are good. Okay, it's probably going to C next. It's definitely out of fog. If you have Forewarned, you might consider Renewed Vigor here, but you're going to lose at least one wild horse on this.
I would disagree to that statement because of the fact that the other Renewed Vigor got burned. If you have the other one, you really got to use it very sparingly.
Because it's a chance of a 4v1 here, right? Let's see.
I mean, it...
Never mind, he's not doing it.
Well, I would actually continue sending Goldaman east and have him wait at Valona.
Forewarned's not burned. Let's see. No, it's not going to be there, dude. He's going to be in he'll be in 40 because he wants to limit his sea movement.
Well, I mean, that depends on whether he plans to go east or west. No, he is there. He is there.
Well, if he uses the fog, he gets it back in his hand, right?
He would put it into the discard, and then it would be included in the reshuffle. But apparently,
maybe he's holding onto that fog. Yeah,
I think he's taking a leaf out of Scotsword's book, and I was hoping that Seward would search Rome and trigger a fog there to block off access via anywhere by sea. I think that I think Stump has often talked about that trick from Scotsword's book with me, so I'm fairly confident that that's what's happening.
Yeah. Well, Seward has HH. And a knife and a horse. We know that.
Yeah, we know his hand, since he still hasn't refilled the rifle that he lost to the spy. But then again, That's Seward. That's still pretty well armed. Okay. Oh, bye-bye.
Got away.
Probably a bad combat hand.
Yep. We're probably guessing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it must be bad.
Yeah, so far. Yeah, that is definitely not what you do with an ambush just before a night fight with you involved.
Yep.
Yeah, if you can help it. Sometimes that just happens. But so far combat has gone entirely JBphilly's way. He's only suffered 2 damage on Seward of all hunters. The one where it is the least relevant. So
see where she goes.
Would
you send her down the boot? Or would you send her to Marseille? Would you send her to Florence? Or would you send her to
I would likely go to Venice to threaten an excellent weather. Like, try to get to him psychologically. Because Venice isn't really committing to anywhere in particular. But it's threatening that, hey, I have excellent weather. If you go to Seeing Land Valona, I can... Oh, another escape route. Both escape routes burned now. Yeah, I think...
track dark halls.
I think that JBphilly has also interpreted the trail the same way I did. That Rome is a fog and therefore is a trap. Quite literally. But if he gets out of Italy, that won't matter. The mature won't matter one bit.
Bari matters, though.
Yes, it does, and that's why he had to send Seward onward. Yeah.
Maybe he goes to 40 now? And because he has wild horses, but then Seward can train on him.
He could, but on the other hand, there could also be false tip in that hand, as there is more than one.
But there is good luck in Mina's hand. She is showing it.
That's true. That's true. And we know that the first encounter, and we know that the Dark Hall one isn't false tip because that didn't come up with the charred carriage early. So it would have to be the third one specifically. So chances of that are low. Right?
Yeah.
That's Naples.
Yeah, that's why you want to send Mina down. He did that also to get the rumor on it.
Yeah, that's another.
Because it goes to see you can't place a rumor yet.
Yeah, I've actually taken to in the tournament placing rumors on it when they're on space 2 for specifically this reason, because you never know exactly what you never know exactly when a dark hole opportunity may show itself. And like, will I need to feed? Will I need to go to sea? And so on.
Mm-hmm.
So I've taken to doing it when it's on the second spot, so long as things are looking okay.
Thinking a lot.
Speed
That's
telegraph.
what I thought.
Is this
He's gonna want to get Seward some stuff. Maybe a forewarned and a heroic leap.
Well, I get the impression he would have done that the first time, if he had heroic leap. Huh. Apparently JB is... I'm not sure I would have said that if I were you, JB, but okay. He said in chat that I'm not sure why he did that.
He's letting him go again.
Well,
another reckless.
Yeah, that's
a third reckless. Well, he's cycling his deck again.
Yeah, so yeah, this is why Encounter Economy can be so powerful. You get all the stuff so you can like do vampire after vampire. I mean, it's the sort of thing I do in truth. Or at least try to.
Yep. Let's see if he tries fanging here.
Mesmerize and punch.
We got it right. Stuff's got to be hurt. Now you know that he doesn't have enraged. Well, you should know last turn. Enraged is not in hand.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I play Snuff all the time, so he always predicts what I do. 2 for 2.
Yep. I'm going to guess. I think as the vampire, you strength next. Oh.
Oh my gosh, poor guy.
And that's why, because most likely than not, because more likely than not, yeah, and that's a very true statement from JB. He needs everybody he can get. I think
that. Yeah, she's. All right. All right, now he's going to Venice. You think?
Yeah, that would make sense.
Yeah, imagine if Mina was in Florence instead of going up to
She would simply get wild horsed onto the fog and then ambushed. Unfortunately,
she could, or she could use a train a yellow 2 ticket if she has it.
Yeah, I agree that it would have been better to move at least closer. Venice would have been threatening Bari via Whoa. Discarding a knife.
Yeah.
If you ask me, that seems like a Heavenly Host situation for CG. Because all the horses are shit. Planned ambush.
Planned ambush. That's huge. Because you know that I would plot if I was Drac here.
Yeah. Okay, apparently Snuff is of the same mind.
He can do a free 4 damage.
Yes, but free
but
is definitely
is in play though.
That is true. That is true. I had forgotten about that. So in that case, I would punch.
Oh.
If he is
That's so sad.
Yeah, because this is, for one thing, this is actually a pretty poor escape his bat area. If he were to escape his bat, they'd know exactly where he is, and that would be moving towards them. So,
yeah, I agree.
I mean, yeah, I would have stayed and fought that time.
Yep, I would have fought. I would have, yeah, because if he dies, who cares? Because you're going to be doing straight damage to Drac. He can't heal. He's about to go to sea. He's not going to want to misdirect his location in 5. He can't get out with Rome. I'm surprised Mina discarded a knife. I'm curious what she has.
I think it's likely a Heavenly Host for CG situation. Since the horses are all accounted for at this stage. Okay, Mystic Research. Okay, that's definitely very nice.
See what I got rid of. Hold on, let's check.
Vampiric Influence, Summon Storms, and Roadblock. Okay.
Yeah, Vampiric Influence. Okay.
Yeah, there's at least two. There's 2 of Storms and Vampiric, and 3 of Roadblock. So that doesn't help narrow it down much. Yeah, JBphilly using an old trick for keeping count on Drac events. Or rather, Night Supplies. So...
yeah, I think JBphilly made a mistake in that combat to not, because he's in Snuff's head, and Snuff's going to overthink everything. Okay, now he's in Tyrrhenian, and now he's going to take advantage of the fact that Money Trail is impossible.
Yes. However, there is still a little hypnosis that he will have to worry about.
Right, and Mina's on Drac currently. That Rome might be a fog, and if it matures, it's going to block Bari.
Ugh. What?
Nice hired scouts.
Well, oh well. But at the very least, he got a new item for Seward. So next time, they won't have the full hand accounted for. And now he may end up horsing straight into the lair at Marseille. It looks as if that's precisely what he's doing. I mean, yeah, clear it out before he can take advantage of it. Because, I mean, he doesn't have wolf form up, so he can't do wolf form into that just for this instant. He would have to move to Med-C, then go there, then just land. But, yeah.
If it's a fog, he could... he can't wolf form on meaning it.
Well, that's the funny thing. When he batted Goldaming on, he only ambushed with the soil, not the other card. So that makes me think that it is a fog, and the other fog is what's in Rome. Hence why there wasn't one at Bari or Naples. Yep. Okay, Mina does have a heavenly host. Yeah, I'm guessing that's an emergency fog resort.
Could be. It could be a piece of junk. It could be like a aristocratic.
Yeah, it could be.
That's one.
Night supply.
Get rid of the dog. Got 3 of them.
Right.
And he's got to take care of Bari today. He's got to go there.
Yeah, I'm guessing that's what Goldaming's going down for. Because Seward at least didn't have a stake. But the thing is, we only had one stake discard that wasn't... Okay, so...
Where did that bats come from?
So Mina searched the lair.
Searched it. Okay.
So... Unfortunately...
I would move her into Genoa. I would move Drac onto Genoa, put a fog down. Then I would move Mina into him. And then you could fog it.
Well, if the Forewarned doesn't go... If Mina has Forewarned, then he's in big trouble, so... Okay... Cag. Well, that's
doing Earth.
Well, it's either Genoa or Cag now. Yeah. So Snuff is not going the obfuscation route. He's going come at me. I'm ready. I wouldn't be surprised if one. I mean, we know that he doesn't have Enraged. Otherwise, there would have been some prompt at some point in one of those fights. So, that's one card that we can rule out. We haven't had a search of a vampire... Wait, yeah, we did. But but that was before the Emanuel Hildesheim. So...
Okay, let's see if he gets pushed into the fog.
Quite possibly. But, honestly, it'll at least be over if that's the case.
Because that fog could mature. The one in Rome. If it matures, he could block where he is and put 2 fog encounters down anywhere in Italy.
Yep. Which is why, if he doesn't... Okay. Since he didn't...
You gotta move Stewart to Rome. You gotta check it.
Yeah. Make sure that it only affects... I mind you, it'll affect the Goldaming to a point too, since, that's his path back up.
And now you fast horse. Now you played your wild horses, move them off, and then you move Mina into the fog. That can't be searched or forewarned. Oh well, that's what I would have done. He didn't do it.
Well, that's only.
I have crazy ideas. Yeah.
Well.
Pirate Scouts. Here we go.
It is Cag.
Oh, okay. It's not.
Okay.
I had these hopes.
So this bats is there's no adjacent lair, so this bats will just be a simple delay. So So JBphilly can just say meh, whatever. To that.
Yep. Move her away from the port. I would have moved her to 60.
Honestly, I don't know which I would have done, but I think I likely would have. This may sound a bit strange, but I might have shoved her into Toulouse. Reason being that in the event of hypnosis,
Yeah.
She's further away from others.
There's fog.
Yep.
Surprised you didn't use it on Godalming. Or on Wild Horses, I mean.
Yeah, that definitely was an opportunity he missed. But now Seward can just supply away for a bit.
And the good news for JBphilly is that he can't hide in CAG because he discovered it before this turn. He can hide, but it won't do anything.
Yeah.
He can't place an encounter down.
He can't place an extra encounter.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It started to swing back to the hunters a little bit here.
Yeah. As Scotchwood says, these games are like pendulums. Swing back and forth. And he's not wrong at all when he says that.
Those Drac events are pretty strong. We don't know what they are. Behind the Veil would help if you could draw that.
Oh yeah, that'd be super nice if you could find that.
He should fast horse. He should wild horse him into Seward. They can both stuck.
Well, I really don't think JB really would have. Oh,
here we go. Let's see what it is.
Storms.
Summon storms.
Darkness returns.
Oh my God.
And horses. Okay.
Get rid of the fog.
At screen time, is that after 3? Okay. Alright. Yeah.
Nice summon. What was the other one?
Wild horses. Summon storms, darkness turns, and horses.
Yeah. Yep. He can see the encounters. What was it? It was I think it was the fog.
Yeah, that blinked by too fast for me to see much.
Yeah, I just literally looked at the encounters only, or the Drac event. See what I can't discard a Drac event.
Okay, yeah. The good news is now we know what they are. So, chances are that Summon Storms is about to get used.
Yeah, unless he has an excellent weather to take care of that. You know, it's not safe though. He doesn't have a I'm trying to think of the card.
Money Trail, perhaps?
No, the Drac event that cancels CG.
Devilish Power is
that's still
is the one you're looking for.
That
there.
Can still screw him. Yeah.
It could at that. Yeah.
Ooh, the last week is coming up too. Wow.
Yeah.
It's already
Yeah, and let's keep in mind that Mina discarded a knife. Remember when she supplied it in Munich? I am assuming that was for like a Heavenly Host, and she was carrying double knife or something like that. Or like she already had a Heavenly Host and she drew the third one and wanted to trade it to Van Helsing. I'm guessing that that's what's going on in terms of that. So I actually think that they do have the CG. You don't discard a knife. I for one do not keep a knife, a Heavenly Host over a knife unless I have CG already.
Fast. Do you think he's gonna wolf form here?
I think I would. Or let me see. Thursday, Friday, Or do you go for the obfuscation and knowing that you burn the money trail? That's the question.
Oh, I wonder if anyone's talking in your chat. Do you check it on YouTube? Do you know how to do that on your phone?
No.
Rook is here.
Oh.
Oh wait, no wait, that's the wrong one. It's the wrong one. Let me check.
Okay, yeah, please. I'm.
Oh, Arukamani is here, and so is Gyro.
Gyro, Aruki. Thanks for coming on to watch.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, but you, Gyro, at least know that I don't. I've tried with my phone, but it didn't end up working. I tried for the last stream, but I couldn't see them either. But I couldn't see the chat on my phone. Unfortunately.
Weird. So if you go to YouTube, if you have the app for it, you can if you open your own stream, it'll show live chat on the bottom. You can just follow along. Hey everyone, yeah, this is what we've learned in this game is that JBphilly has bad luck and Snuff is awful at combat. Because that's what I've learned. Drax cards are insane. He's got Summon Storms. Behind the oh my god, Darkness Returns and Wild Horses. So I think Drac is going to probably play Summon Storms now to try to protect the encounter, and also keep Godalming trapped in Italy. Because Darkness Returns is going to advance that base 1 day, and that's 7 points. All right. Yeah. Well, you know it's not 37. You know it's not 50. It's not 54. So it could be 60, 24, 15. It can't be Marseille because Marseille is cleared. Is someone else in the chat here? Is it you, Combat?
I don't. Yeah, I don't know.
I heard a sound, so I don't know if someone's in the chat with us.
I think I heard them leave as well. So they.
Okay.
Now he's waited too late to. Now he's waited too long to play Summon Storms.
Yeah, it's too late for him. Yep.
To protect Kag. And Godalming apparently thinks he can deal with it. I mean, the thing is, once this fog clears, I look at, on the one hand, yes, time is ticking away, but on the other hand, look at the influence meter. He has gotten nothing so far.
She's in a scan.
Yep, makes sense.
Find out he's in Spain. If he's out in Spain, he could be 60 and 54. How many more free night supplies does he have?
Maximum of 1, I think. The highest. I know that one of them was a hired scouts, and I think the behind the veil came during the day. Hard to say.
54 or 15.
Mina just came from 54. We know
15 then.
Yeah, we know precisely where he is. So, I actually would have done Wild Horses and sent Mina right into him for a nighttime fight. He is missing lots of Wild Horses opportunities here. Snuff is.
But he could be scared though.
Yeah, he is down 5 health. And there is Aggie. So, fair enough.
I would be taunting him to Dark Hall here if I were JBphilly. Go down to 8.
Yeah, I think perhaps what Snuff is doing is trying to get to the sea again so that he can go across the channel to England and then use storms there.
Right, because you want to use your storms. You have them. But he missed a chance already with the Tyrrhenian and Mediterranean.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see what this is. He did. It might be a POS. You never know. It might not be a vampire. I think it is, though.
Yeah. It very well could be.
Okay. So 24, 42, 39, 8, 54, or hiding on 5.
Hiding on 15, actually.
Hiding on 15, yeah, I can't see. Sorry, I was blocking the little symbol on Mina's head. Okay, no hide.
Yep.
No ambush either.
Yeah. But it's definitely a little bit curious, but I know the good news for the hunters is I actually might have done. I think that next turn might be a good time, depending on what happens. It might be an excellent time for renewed vigor. Yes, cooldowns out on CAG, but this is a time where all the fog is accounted for. That is not a threat.
Okay. Is he gonna scan again?
That actually makes sense, because if he went to Geneva, or 24 to give the number, that would tell him exactly where he is.
Yeah. Now imagine if he used Speedy Telegraph the turn before. Then he'd be able to scan and then play CG possibly. But it wouldn't be the best CG, not in Clement for runs. Too many options, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's too many options.
Okay, still in Gallia.
So, not 24.
Yeah, so that rules out one more option. Yeah. Basically, JBphilly's saving grace here is that Dracula has scored no influence as of yet. So he still has to survive 5 day moves.
Yep. He's feeding. He feels confident.
Mind you,
is he gonna?
I'm guessing
that's pretty arrogant.
I'm guessing then it's Nantes or Bordeaux, so that he's ready.
But he doesn't have a fog.
No, but he does have wild horses to bunt one off as like instant bats.
Yeah, renewed vigor, excellent weather. But then Godalming's had nothing for weapons.
I mean, we know that he has a stake. Okay, speed telegraph. Do we have the long night? Interesting.
Sorry.
Oh, just
everything's going.
Okay, renewed vigor too. That's okay. So I'm guessing that he is at that he's either at Nantes or Bordeaux.
All right.
To be feeding.
Let's just turn out of the way. Who's going next?
Okay, Nantes. So not there. Interesting. To be sure. Discarding holy bullets.
All these Drac events on top are discouraging.
Yeah, I mean that's what happens when the hoax matures. Yeah, it's possible that he fed it to mislead them.
And he's in Paris, 54.
Well, Paris seems to be... Paris... I mean, that it is true that Mina did move out of Toulouse, and therefore it may be somewhat off his radar. But to move it into Spain when Goulang's already going to be moving into the Mediterranean, that would be overkill. All right.
We could have a 2v1 tonight.
Yeah, especially if Seward has a charred carriage. We've already seen 2 of those, but there is still one more. Yeah, there is one thing JB does have to keep in mind is, in truth, Dracula only has to stay on land 4 days to win. Because he has...
They still have good luck. She does still have good luck.
She does. Okay. Good. And although escape would have been, it turns out.
Yeah, escape would have been better. You can still go before damage, sure.
Yeah, I'm guessing that the vampire has a poor hand. Which is why. Oh, okay. This is interesting.
Uh-oh. That's bad. Now you can do let's see what's the max damage you can do? Round 3. 5. We can do 4 more damage, right?
Unless she magically has switched her items to a gun and holy bullets, then yeah.
Yeah, well, she can escape here.
Well, unless he has the second mez, because that's only the first.
And then max damage you're doing more is 2, then, if that's the case.
Yeah, it's basically at this point I would dodge, escape,
Oh, is that wow?
Oh, sweet. Okay.
What?
In the end, turns out to be nothing more than the typical ambush.
Yeah. All right.
You shouldn't be just asking questions like that, Strider.
True.
This is a tournament match.
This is where you would want to use wild horses, I think, though, right here, if you're going to use it. Oh, I disagree. You should have moved to Marseille and then used a rail.
Well, yeah, that's
now you use it.
That would be the safer way to do things for sure. And you've used both escape routes and a planned ambush already, so this could be.
And she has no encounters left. But she doesn't have a. Yeah, there it is.
Yep. Yeah, definitely. And now he gets ambushed by the Reckless.
I wonder what he's saying. We'll see what happens. I mean, he likes to complain, but you never know. The combat, it depends on Drax's hand.
Yeah, I mean, so far Seward
has 13.
So far, Seward has a very good track record of dealing with vampires. Oh, decided not to punch this time. I suppose the combat with the Reckless when he fanged into his punch, like, seemed to say that. Yeah. Probably got him thinking that Snuff had caught on to things and he wanted to mix it up.
Right. Uh-oh. He's probably mad right now. Maybe his emotion is getting in the way of his decisions here.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
It is tournament after all, and tournament atmosphere can definitely get to someone. Okay.
Okay, now he has a knife. We knew that before, though.
Yeah.
He has a knife in HH, I think, right?
Yeah, knife, HH, and one other card.
There's something else. Yep, yeah, there's another card he has.
There is still one other card unaccounted for. One that he supplied up in Rome while he was trapped in fog. Okay, claws, punch again.
Ooh.
I don't know about that one. That time I definitely would have dodged. If he plots, so be it. Then you escape, take the 2 damage, then dodge again. Once he's used up his, and you still only take 2 as a result. So yeah, round 4 later, just dodge. Don't be fanciful with that.
Okay, he got out.
Okay, so he suffered.
Did the vampire get a point?
No.
At least that's one good thing for JP in that combat.
That is very important because 1 point would shorten the timeline. Okay, this is all right. Mia doesn't have anything to help her, apart from the fact that Aggie is around.
She has an HH because she revealed it.
I'm referring in terms of events. She has an HH, and I would assume a knife. We know that one of her 3 items is a horse, so.
I think she'll just escape.
Yeah, now that he's spent the wild horses, I would assume that Dracula is going to be moving to Le Havre. I mean, yeah, the hunters are not out of this by any means. Drax is still not on report, has used up wolf form, and well, CG may be around. They can, if they CG, they can at least prevent him going east and stay where they could block off Le Havre and Brussels, Strasbourg, and Geneva. Well, I suppose
but he has darkness return, so he can move twice.
That is true, but however, that fun fact, this is something that not many people encounter. So spectators, especially anyone new, do pay attention to this fact. If you play Darkness Returns, after a CG is played, then the Heavenly Host tokens do not go away, because they go away at dawn. But Darkness Returns says specifically, there is no dawn. So therefore, or dawn is skipped. So in effect, there is no dawn. So the CG, so the Heavenly Host tokens are as good as are better, in fact, improved at normal CG tokens for that time. So, okay.
That vampire's gone.
Okay, so it was a stake he had. Which, yeah, in which case that's all the more reason why I'm not sure why he tried to fight it.
He have CG?
I hope so.
No. Let's see what... Oh, we don't know what he traded her, because all we see is good luck.
I think he took something from her. Or no.
No, she had nothing before. I thought she had nothing, just a good luck before. And he has got nothing right now. Look at Van Helsing's hands.
Yeah.
Darkness Returns will be an automatic 3 more points.
Yeah. But the problem is, if he tries to stay on land too long, the fogs are still out of commission. And now all the recklesses are out of commission. And that new vampire, yeah, it's a nuisance, but Guldaming, who's bringing up the rear, may be able to find a stake for it.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree that this is the time where you should do Darkness Returns. I
just want to wait to get points.
It doesn't advance. It gets points, and it shuffles all the Drac events that he had gotten previously back into the deck. So now there's 24 of those 44 cards are Drac events.
Yeah, let's see if he goes to C next.
Yeah. Well, if he does, at least they know where he is. It makes sense, but it is a bit. It will be a bit annoying for Snuff to have to go to C just as it turns into week 4, and then if they have a CG to prevent him from going into England, then he could be very boned.
Yeah, that's Lahar. That's English Channel.
Yep, doing storms immediately. Makes sense. Well, actually, no. I actually would have waited one day before doing that.
I agree.
Yeah.
I think that was a little premature.
Yeah, because now you're going to have to take one off before they would even really be ready to be using excellent weathers and such. Mm-hmm. So yeah, that was a little bit too premature. And what's more, the hunters have forced him to go to sea again before Wolfform can slide off the trail as he's about to land. That is another point for the hunters. And now that they don't have to worry about wild horses, they can just go about...
Well, I know it's not a fog.
It's not. Both are in the discard.
Right. Why? Show them what you have. Who cares? Okay.
Oh, I'm not... Yeah, I would have shown. At this point, you gotta focus on kill. And in England, tickets actually don't... horses don't matter all that much.
Right.
And, well, you can always get your tickets back. Discard a stake when you're sitting on a vampire?
That's odd. I agree with you, Fangs. That doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah.
Unless he's got... Oh, it's weird, yeah.
Yeah, because he could have just, at night, just staked this and the trail would be completely clear.
Yeah.
Okay. That's... Now the question is, do you move to North Sea as North Sea or North Atlantic as Drax so as to be so as to have wolf form for landing?
Let me check. Drac has no more Drac events.
Yeah, he now that advantage is now spent. Mind you, it has done him quite a lot of good.
Yeah. He could go to North Sea and then wolf form to Germania.
Yes, but with England with storms, is that too good a treat for him to pass up? Apparently not.
Yeah, now I think he's summon storms is like not as effective anymore.
I may make if he wolf forms this next turn, apart from this, when else was it going to be all that effective? Apart from when he did CAG.
Not a very fast, slow horse today.
Well, someone you never send the full party to England, so you do need to deal with Paris.
Right, because if Paris matures, then you get the feed clears as a C, so he can obfuscate even more if he wanted to. But I mean, it's hurting him. It's being his supplies.
What? Is he just conceding?
If he got a...
That's now two... I mean, that's the second time he has discarded a knife. I just don't.
What do you think he's commoning?
I think that probably the fact that that's the second hired scouts that came out when nothing was searchable.
Yeah.
I think that's what that's about.
Yeah, I don't know what he's mad about. Could be bluffing. Usually, but he doesn't usually bluff. He usually says it like it is. But he has to take care of that vampire. It has to be taken care of. Otherwise, you're advancing the clock another day.
Yeah. I wonder if he's counting on him going to... I wonder if he's counting on him going to England and then they have both excellent weathers. Unlikely, considering how few events they have, but possible. And one of the worst things for the hunter is that Dracula knows he doesn't have to fear renewed vigor any longer.
Yeah, and hypnosis won't be played until the last action because both speedy telegraphs are gone.
Yeah.
If he has it.
Yeah, the Mental Hill scene really will have been the biggest part of this game.
And declining the combat with Seward, I think, too.
Yeah, that too. He could easily, especially since that was a planned ambush. You could have. He would be at least 1 HP lower. That much is certain.
Right, he might have killed him. But it really wouldn't impact that much, I think. I mean, he'd be down. He'd be in Rome and have to come out to a fog if he died. Thinking. What was he thinking of? He can at least. Oh, he's thinking of which storm token to remove.
Yeah, he can either remove English Channel and bluff that he is. I think he's thinking of where am I going to land. Yeah, and that was the last scouts, by the way. A bit late to say that, but that's now all.
Oh, okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's all now.
I think he's looking for Rufus. That's probably why he's mad.
That's what he's looking for in that case is a surprising return because Rufus got pulled a while ago.
Oh, did it?
Yeah, he used it to search, which I completely agreed with at the time. I think.
Oh yeah, you're right. I see it. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that what he was commenting is the fact that there have been 2 scouts to scheme that have just whiffed due to the fact that there was nothing to search. All the trail was revealed, or see.
You should get a return. You should get like a hired scouts. You can get one when you want it if there's nothing on the trail. But no, it doesn't work like that.
Yep.
Wolfform is back.
Yeah, so his own's certainly going to land now. Presumably with a wolf form. Yeah, if he wait, mind you, this means that if he is indeed up in the UK, he's at Manchester, and we know what the history behind that spot.
I think he's in 47.
Santander.
Yep.
Yeah, I could definitely see that as very plausible.
No wild horses to worry about anymore. Paris will clear. Okay, where's he going there for?
Thinking of the possibility of, thinking of the possibility of Ireland.
Oh, they're giving up on the vampire.
Yeah, so he's committing to getting this done within.
I'll be at 9. He's got 2 days to do it. Yeah, I think Snuff has fooled him. I don't think he's there. I think he's in Spain.
Yeah. Yeah, Emmanuel Hill's team, when it really strikes, it strikes hard. Sometimes
it can.
Because
I mean, I got lucky with it in my Scotsword game, but still, it didn't. The only thing it discarded was Money Trail, and then 1 renewed vigor later on. But
yeah, and the exact same thing has happened here with no Money Trail and only 1 renewed vigor to work with that has now been spent. This is very rough. Not to mention that you got out of some storms, a Darkness Returns, and a Wild Horses.
Yeah,
I don't know which. I have no idea which one was from the Dark Call, but
I'm surprised it's not Night Supplying.
Well, there are only 3 Drac events in the discard pile, so that would be super risky.
It's an additional day. And Vampire Lair doesn't help.
No. Oh. Okay, well. Here's hoping that this helps. It's not Swansea. Well.
How could it be Swansea?
I couldn't, no. Unfortunately,
it's not possible.
Unfortunately, JB, he is just mixing this up. It appears.
Should have searched.
I would have.
Is he giving up here?
I would have searched Santander.
Yeah, he's saying it there. Yep. I'm not gonna write anything. But yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I would have gone with Santander. If you're gonna search somewhere.
VSCG. She should search Leipzig.
Yeah. I mean, this could.
Now what?
I think he's setting up for her to scan, and it's obvious that she does not have hypnosis by the fact that she went off to Amsterdam first.
So he's Night Supplying now.
Well, he has
a track card.
At this point, he has little choice.
Is it Vampiric Influence?
Dracula's Brides? Okay, that's really not bad. That's really not that bad.
However, he might have a fog back at this time.
Not quite yet. the discard pile is yet to reshuffle, and they're still there. Oh, it was indeed Ireland. So that means Goldaming is in a reasonable position. And that means that he will have to go to sea again before he can win. So if there are any excellent weathers around, you have to spend them.
Alright, that means he went North Atlantic.
Yeah, and that's still on the trail. So if he goes to Galway, then he'll be forced to feed in Dark Hall before it slides off the trail.
Yeah, put a CG in 32. Because if he goes here, he traps himself. If he goes to 23.
Question is, does he see that?
North Atlantic is blocking.
Yeah. Okay, Snuff sees that fact. So
yeah, now you gotta play.
If you have CG, then you can. Now I think you play CG because then then you make him do an error that'll wipe off Dublin and the hide, make it say you can't do Pirate Drac, and that will send him down to 2 health and 1 health when he moves to North Atlantic. After that, and that will be his only.
He's got to have CG for this to work.
Yeah, and he will also need to have someone poised to land on Galway, because otherwise he just goes there.
Right, because he can't get rid of the wolf form, so it'll block. Put the CG token on Galway. Yeah, you're right. No, never mind.
Yeah, and then simply block all the other ports. Well,
yeah, I think that's
GG. With no excellent weathers there, that's it. So
yeah.
Oh, but he does have the CG. Oh, what he's doing is he's making it so that since he won't have Wolfform, he will get Wolfform back. So he actually has made a mistake.
He can't get Wolfform back because it slides left.
Except that it's going to be an error. So it's going to wipe that off. The only thing that will be on the trail is the Irish Sea. Okay, if you had placed the CG token at Galway, you would be in business. And then okay, so
you're right, Dublin is cleared, you're right.
Yeah, Dublin hide card is cleared. But here's the thing. Due to the
surprising return.
Due to the error and such, he will not and the fact that he's forced to move 1 more C. Okay, actually, he can still do this. Because he will be forced to land normally. He has only 1 HP left. Okay, this is down to the wire, folks. So what he's going to do now is he's going to move everyone in the English Channel to North Atlantic so that he can have I presume Seward check Galway, or just whoever check Galway. Basically, whoever has forewarn checks Galway. Okay, I would have supplied there. See if you could get something useful.
Oh, he can move both of them into everyone to the Irish Sea now, or into North Atlantic.
North Atlantic.
Wow.
Yeah. So this is.
And then he just sends them all different. Why did he send him back?
So that there can be two. Oh, that's. I would have moved. Maybe more.
Maybe he has heroic leap.
Yeah, I mean, I could see it, but yeah, if he has heroic leap, then yes, that's actually a perfectly fine play. Okay, will JB squeeze this last minute?
This is nuts. Hold on, this is what is going on here?
We're at least having a very. JBphilly has suffered quite a lot, but Snuff may well all be a little upset to lose a game like that where he had such a clear advantage.
Yeah. Rook, thanks. That's funny. All right. If he can't wolf farm or he dies.
Yeah. Precisely. He should...
Oh, but he's cycling his cards, so he might have a chance of fog.
Yeah, he has a chance to have a fog. But,
yeah.
Then again... Alright.
You landed 23 here, but then you're worried that he has forewarned.
Alright.
We'll see.
This is it. Who has the forewarns?
Who said he's gonna win?
Because... Okay, it's the call away. Does Stewart have the forewarned? Alright. Oh, it's a vampire. So,
imagine if it was a reckless.
Well, in that case, in that case, heroically it's reckless, because the thing is, even if Dracula, due to the CG token, Dracula is gonna get nuked there eventually anyway.
JBphilly's calling the game, by the way, in the chat.
Okay, so that means that he's got heroic leap.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe. I mean, they both know that this is the end of it, one way or the other.
Yeah, or if he has planned ambush, it's over too.
That too.
See if he says it.
Well, I will see soon enough. He'll just have Van Helsing. If not, Van Helsing is the only one that might do something in terms of like something that matters.
Helpful.
Eel presence, lol. Okay.
It's not near anybody.
He's... Okay.
Let's see if it's heroic leap. It is. Okay, that's the game.
Okay.
That's insane.
GG well played, JBphilly. One IDS victory, which is incredibly important for their team. Renewed Vigor are newer. I'll invite them for post-game chat, as I always typically do. Oh, that was nuts. Post-game chat. Snuff, in my experience, Snuff tends to accept my offer, but JB, I haven't recorded as many. Yeah, as JB said it, he needed that at win. Renewed Vigor I hardly knew her has been struggling, so.
Yeah, well, I guess he put his name to task there. Renewed Vigor won the trash early on. You hardly knew her until the end.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
And Dublin was found by wax cylinders.
Yeah. So that was very crucial. What a game.
Alright. Well, if he's not coming, I'm going to bed. I'm tired too. Thanks for streaming this.
Nope.
Thanks, appreciate it. It was fun. Fun to watch.
My pleasure. My pleasure. And thanks for joining me. It's always nice to have you come.
Yeah. Alright, see you later, man.
Thank you everyone for watching. And I suppose good night to all my fellow Americans, and if Europeans are still awake at this hour, good night to you too.
Yeah, go to bed. All right, take care, thanks. Bye.
Bye. Anyway, in any event, thank you everyone for watching.